Starting our walk at the Golden Lion in Ludstown or Luddistown, depending on how you
just zoom in. There we go. So we're going to do an 8-mile circular walk.
8 now, is it?
From the Golden Lion to the Golden Lion.
It's gone up, okay.
Probably, yeah. Via Bush Valley and then up to Holly Hill.
2 Kia Vengas.
Yeah, exactly. Through the little hedgerow. There's Henley Street. There's Cole. Into an open field with a pylon directly in front. And as you can see, that is above that ridge is the bowling alley. No idea why it's called that, but if you go to the top of Great Butland and throw a big ball, no doubt it'll probably roll down to the bottom. But here's the sty, so we need to head towards the Lower Bush Road through Cobbenbury Woods, and this sty is probably the right way to go. So let's go over the sty. Indeed. And head in this direction.
Where the traveller name comes from.
Absolutely.
Pikey comes from Turnpike.
Really?
I believe was a point.
Okay.
On
Alan's fact of the day.
Yes.
The railway bridge over there.
Yeah, so we come out of the woods. There is Cobbenbury Hill Road. Down there is Warren Road, which is where we're walking to. And that's where we've just come from. So as you can see, we're now on the Gratian Medway border, and this is Cuxton. That's the road to Cuxton. This is the footpath we're going to take and go down. And we're now going to walk up through this little thicket towards Bush Farm. This is Bush Farm. There's Carl. There's Cuxton and Medway Towns. So as Carl just said, that is not the bowling alley.
Not the bowling alley.
No, this is Bush Valley.
Up the line there. Got quite 104 cows up there.
Not at all. How many cows are there up there? Let's count them.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. I count around a dozen.
I believe you. I can't be asked. This tree, what happened here then?
Just decayed.
Really?
Essentially, yeah.
So it's just decayed from the top downwards?
Yes.
That's manic.
Or root disease here.
Yeah.
There's not even a trophy on the floor. And everything else has grown up around it. Let's take the space up. There's not even space where it was up there anymore.
No.
That was a monster.
Overlooking Hording. We're going to walk down the Scott Slope towards the Pilgrim's Way. And just after I just finished talking just now, there's a lovely shot there of about half a dozen cows.
Beautiful cows.
Indeed.
I reckon when it rains, that might be a man-made reservoir for the farm.
Now the reason why we stopped is because if you can just spot it, there's a little natural lake there.
There it is.
Now is that rainwater collated at the bottom of the valley?
Yeah.
Or
You see it there.
is that an actual feature?
Yes, look, there's the pond there.
I see. Let's just go into the map.
Towards the pond. That's interesting to see.
Yeah.
I'll move it out of the way for you.
Yeah. Not sure if I got that or not, but let's wait and see. Anyway, enough of this JT talk. Back to the walk. We finally crossed the valley. That's the way ahead. As you can see, that's fairly steep where we've just come from.
Not the bowling alley.
And it's certainly not the bowling alley.
Equine individuals over there.
Oh yeah.
They were coming this way, but they turned round.
2 ladies and horses in the distance.
Proppers.
Indeed.
Nice sight to see. You don't see them.
So that's an oak tree.
That is an oak, but look around it, the space that it's created where it dominates, and all the other smaller trees that have been coppiced down grow up around it, giving that priority. That is lovely.
Alan's fact of the day.
Yes, needs a good dead wooding though.
Yeah, absolutely.
There's a lot of wooden trees too.
So I wonder, Cole, these pylons,
could
looking
they
across, looking across the North Downs there, are they the ones that eventually cross over at the corner of Hatch Hill on the Gag Plantation?
The ones where I thought they crossed, when in fact they don't.
Who knows?
So close.
Alright, just beyond the trees you can just make out North Downs, Scott Slope. Carl wants to go on a Hunted TV series, so if Peter Bletchley ever watches this video clip, hopefully it won't give too many clues away. It's on now.
I was trusted to use the Lumix.
Yeah, so
But I
we
don't know how to use
have
it.
We have walked up we've walked down the North Downs Scarp Slope. We're in the edge of the Medway Valley, and we're going to turn right, walk along this road towards Chapel Lane in Upper Horling, and Chapel Lane will take us back into the North Downs again, into Rochester Forest. About 400 metre walk along the field edge.
Where we were with Denzel
On the left-hand side.
In his highlights.
An example here of fly tipping. Really disgusting behaviour.
Subhuman scum.
That's the Chapel Lane Hill,
What about him?
going back into the North Downs. On Chapel Lane, if you look into the distance, you can see the Medway Valley, the bridge, and also St Mary's Island. We just walked up Chapel Lane, down there. Tina is talking to a police lady in a police car. So we can see we're heading down that footpath there. Someone is having a wee in the foreground, most rude. There's definitely an off-roader.
Yes, on Scrambler Bike. Should be Eric Peterson on an XT250. For eyes only.
For your eyes only.
1981.
The rude porno music round the pool with a transvestite lady. Is it a man? Is it a woman?
Yes, Roger Moore said that lady isn't actually a lady.
Indeed. A man with a member dressed like a lady. Anyway, let's not be...
Right, wasn't he?
Indeed, but let's not be discriminatory about this stuff, because it's quite rude.
Being discriminated,
Not at all.
Roger Moore said.
Indeed. Anyway, back to the walk. This is a conservation area. Interesting. So in the distance, this is a debate me and Carl always have. You can see there's a two sets of pylons on the top of Hatch Hill there.
They do not cross, they do not merge, they do not piggyback on one another.
But from a distance and from a certain angle, it looks like they do, especially from a map.
On the OS map it looks like they do, you're right.
Indeed.
So
Anyway.
finally ended that debate. Why they couldn't have one very large pylon that carried off in the main direction and then split, I don't know.
If you go as the crow flies, you'll save money and time.
You would?
In terms of construction this back in the 1930s,
Yeah,
anyway.
I'm sure National Grid have got a reason for doing it that way, as I'm not an electrical engineer.
Well, project management back in the 30s was probably shite in comparison. Anyway,
If you've got a project manager qualification, you could probably deal with it far more efficiently.
then you can.
To get the best result out of your whatever you call it.
Rah! So finally, after about 20 minutes of walking from the top end of Chapel Drive, or Chapel Lane, where we saw that police lady, we've now reached the junction. This is the North Downs Way, I believe. We're back on that again. And we're going to head straight down that steep footpath into the Bowling Alley Valley. And Carl's having a little break there, aren't you?
Oh, baby, yes.
Indeed.
Box of swarf.
So for those who may be interested, Seoul Street Station is 3 miles from here. North Downs Way. There we go.
Yes, that's if you wish to commute to London after
From Hoddy Hill.
carrying on this walk, if you're camping.
Indeed.
If you chose to.
Someone who wants to escape from the hunted.
Yes.
Quite literally.
Don't
Anyway.
put that online then, because Peter Blexley's going to find it.
Oh, fuck him, he won't find it. So I'll put it on a private account.
Or, I'll tell you what he's going to do.
I'll take it down before you go on the show.
I'll tell you what Blexley's going to do. Blexley is going to break into your house, steal all your SD cards and download them.
He doesn't know where I live.
He'll find where you live.
Yeah.
Everyone.
Indeed.
And so does his little crew of minions. They've got 40 faces and 40 noses.
So just walking down the bottom of the footpath now. While Carl's been humming For Your Eyes Only in the what was it, Carl? The ski the ski chase and the motorbike chase. Anyway, this is Wrangling Lane.
Are we going to go past Doe Church?
No, we're not. That's Doe Church is this way, heading south. Whoa! That's the way we came, and we're heading down
So I'll get out of the way.
Wrangling Lane towards. We're heading
Cutter
north
Ridge
really
Road.
towards Cutter Ridge Road.
With
Exactly.
Bowling Alley to our left.
Indeed, as you can see,
Bowling
just
Alley.
looking beyond the trees, you can see a valley called the Bowling Alley. But we'll discuss that en route.
We need to get a drone out and fly it along the whole length.
Indeed.
Oh,
I'll get
on the road.
build a ball big enough using rubber bands so you can rod it along. You can bounce up and down
Take out some fences.
along the Bowling Alley.
Yes. Get a
Yeah.
number of people to help roll it, but the gradient is
Too shallow.
Too shallow. That's it.
Indeed. Anyway, we're walking down this. We're walking down this road for about a
You're
kilometre.
going to find your videos.
Yeah, hunted. Channel 4. Anyway,
Semtex will be on Channel 4. Why is it called him Semtex? Let's find out. Get the team, find out where this has come from. You can see it now.
here,
Edit that out.
just down here is a junction. The road to the left takes you up Lockyer's Hill, which is a very steep hill.
Does it?
In fact,
Oh, there it is, down there.
yeah, so see beyond the
Mountain
trees,
bike, you just go down there.
other side of the valley, that's Lockyer's Hill, very steep. You don't really want to...
Hill's over there, isn't it? Back that way.
Well, it's that direction.
To the left.
Yeah,
Yes,
possibly.
it's back on itself.
Anyway,
Good shit.
enough of this.
Good shit.
Let's continue. What are you looking at, Carl?
Ash branch from the power line.
Oh, nasty. Oh, don't put it too hard, mate. The whole lot. Yeah.
Yeah, but won't you pull the wire down looking up to the...
No, you could hang on there and it would be fine. I just cannot believe they don't maintain these trees.
Terrible. Absolutely terrible. What's that noise, Carl?
Sound like geese to me, Semtex.
Canadian geese.
They appetising eggs.
Right, so
Out the other side, walked along the top and came down.
that footpath takes you up to Hatch Hill.
Yes, footpath.
We're not going up there. We're going down Cutter Ridge Road. Down
Bowling
here,
alley.
across the bowling alley. Another 500 metres to go and we're back at the Golden Lion. But this is the way ahead. Bowling alley, Carl.
Lowest point of bowling alley here. You've got a giant bowling ball. Could roll it here, straight into my fingers. And then it...
So the light's pretty bad, but you can probably see the gradient of the valley and how low it is. So that's the bowling alley, the lowest point. We go round.
And then it heads off that way. I think we're
Yeah,
at the lowest
that's
point.
it. Yeah, round the corner towards Caxton.
That's it. Like an interlocking spur in York.
Indeed. Yeah. Okay, last little stretch back now, guys. Down this little hill here, ahead of us, and back to the Golden Lion, just at the bottom.
Oh, God, looks like someone's reversed into that. Hard, see that wall's been closed out.
Yeah, anyway, we're back at the Golden Lion pub.
Yes, but it's not where the Plymouth smoke's coming from.
Not at all, that's the farm. So we left about 1:15, it's now 4:30. We've done about just over 7 miles. Indeed. A few breaks in between. And there goes Cole going over the fence, and that completes the walk. Adios.